Hi children. Today we are going to solve the second problem related to the gratuity. Okay, this is basically an examination problem which has appeared in exam in the month of November 2002. First, I'll read the problem, we'll understand the problem. Later on, we'll solve the problem. Okay, we'll understand the problem. Okay. Mr. Anand Shankar, resident, retired from service in Mysore Mineral Limited on 31st December 2023. So here, when I read the problem directly, I will write, he is an assessee, Mr. Anand Shankar. Okay. And he is a resident. Already have written in the status resident. Category, he is working in a Mysore Mineral Limited. So he's a non-government employee. On 31st December 2023, in this company, he has put 33 years and 9 months of service. See, if it is covered under the Payment of the Gratuity Act 1972, we are going to convert more than 6 months into 1 year. That means 33 years, 9 months will be converted into 34 years. But in case of not covered under the Payment of Gratuity Act 1972, it remains as 33. Fractions will be ignored. Okay. On retirement, the company paid him a gratuity of rupees 3,25,000. How much the company has paid him a gratuity? 3,25,000. His monthly salary at the time of the retirement since 1/10/2017 was rupees 12,000, dearness allowance 3,000 and HRA rupees 2,000. Find out the taxable amount of gratuity if he is covered under the Payment of Gratuity Act 1972, not covered under the Payment of Gratuity Act 1972. So this is the format. Computation of taxable gratuity. We have an assessee status category on the uh, left hand side and the previous year assessment year on the right hand side. Okay. So the first option we are going to solve, that is covered under the Payment of Gratuity Act 1972. So actual gratuity received. According to the problem, what they have mentioned over here, how much he is receiving here we have, that is 3,25,000. So I'll just write it down, 3,25,000. Okay. So actual gratuity received. Let's list of the following out of that. Again, the same amount I'm going to write. It is as an actual gratuity received. Next, 15 by 26. Why 15 by 26? See, since he is covered under the Payment of Gratuity Act, according to the format, what we are going to consider is 15 by 26. That means out of 30 days, 4 Sundays are removed. We have a 26 days and 15 days for the calculation of a gratuity. Last drawn salary. Last drawn salary, the definition of the salary say that basic salary plus dearness allowance plus dearness pay. So here we have, in the problem we have, basic salary has 12,000 plus 3,000 as DA. Okay. And HRA we did not consider here, since the salary definition is related only with the basic salary, DEA as well as DP. Okay. Find out the taxable amount of gratuity if he is covered under the Payment of Gratuity Act 1972. Okay. So fine, service period. We come to the service period. How many years he has worked? 33 years and 9 months. That means 34 years. Here, more than 6 months will be converted into 1 year. That means 34 years. So according to this, I'll calculate. We have 15 into 15,000 into 34 divided by 26. It comes 2 lakh. It comes around 2 lakh 94,000, 2,94,231. Okay. So this next, the maximum limit according to the format we have 20 lakhs. So here, less least of the following among these three, we have 2,94,231. If I subtract this with 3,25,000 minus 2,94,231, I do get 30,769 as taxable. This is basically, we call it as a taxable gratuity in case of Mr. Anand Shankar is covered under the Payment of Gratuity Act 1972. The same problem, the second what they say is to find out not covered under the Payment of Gratuity Act 1972. That we will go with the format, the same format, but here I have mentioned not covered under the Payment of Gratuity Act 1972. Again, the associate, I'm going to write it as Mr. Anand Shankar. And the status, I'm going to write as a resident. Third category is a non-government employee. non-government employee. As previous year 23-24, assessment year 24-25. Actual gratuity received will be the same amount, 3,25,000. Less least of the following, and the actual gratuity received is 3,25,000. 3,25,000 off into average salary. Here we need to collect the average salary, that is for 10 months. Okay. Here they say average salary, how much he is receiving. The salary definition for average salary is basic salary plus dearness pay plus dearness allowance if it enters into the retirement benefit plus commission based on the fixed percentage of turnover of an employee. We'll go back to the problem. We have a basic salary as 12,000, but DA they have given, even though they have given, it does not says that it enters into the retirement benefit. So we need not consider DA. HRA is not there in the salary definition. So how much do we consider here as an average salary? Only 12,000. 12,000. Service period. Again, I go back to the problem where it says 33 years, 9 months. 33 years, 9 months. But here, while calculating an employee who is not covered in the Payment of Gratuity Act, the fraction to be ignored. So how much it will come? The service period will be only 33 years. 33 years. So again, I do calculate, that is 12,000 into 33 divided by 2, that comes around 1,98,000. So 1,98,000. So the maximum limit again will be 20 lakh. 20 lakh. So out of this, the least of the following is 1,98,000. So if I subtract 3,25,000 minus 1,98,000, how much I do get? 1,27,000 is taxable gratuity. 1,27,000 is taxable gratuity. That means Mr. Anand, if he is an employee where his company is not covered under the Payment of Gratuity Act 1972, his taxable gratuity will be 1,27,000. I hope so, children, you have understood this problem. We move on to the next problem, that is the third problem. Okay, children, we move on to the next problem related with the gratuity. That this problem basically it has appeared in exam 2 years, one in the April 1998 and November 2014. First, I'll read the problem. We'll understand the problem. Later on, we go for the solution of that particular problem. Okay. Mr. Ganguly resident. I directly write here assessee. The assessee name is Mr. Ganguly. G-U-L-Y. Ganguly. His status is resident. See, children, for this format, it carries mark. Okay. Category. Again, he is a manager in Kolkata. So that is a private limited company. So I write as a non-government, I'll write GOVT employee. Non-government. Likewise, previous year 23-24, assessment year 24-25. Okay, I'll read the problem. Retired on XYZ Limited on December 15, 2023 after 28 years and 8 months of service. The duration is 28 years and 8 months of service. Receiving 3,50,000 as a death cum retirement gratuity. How much money he is receiving? 3,50,000 as a gratuity. His basic salary for the preceding 10 months ended on 30th November 2023 was rupees 18,200 per month. So basic for they have given for 10 months which he was earning 18,200 per month into 10 1,82,000. Beside, he has received rupees 1,000 per month as DA. Dearness allowance, how much he is receiving? 1,000. 80% of which forms part of a salary for the purpose of computation. So this enters into the retirement benefit. So we need to calculate here. And 6% commission on the turnover achieved by him. See, commission also they have given. Total turnover achieved by him for 10 months ended on 30th November 2023 is rupees 1,50,000. So 1,50,000 into 6 by 100 will be his commission. Assume he is not covered under the Payment of Gratuity Act. Compute the taxable gratuity for the assessment year 24-25. It's very simple. We come here, we write here, not covered under the payment of gratuity Act. Act 1972. We'll solve the problem. How much he has received gratuity? 3,50,000. So I'll mention directly as it's in the problem 3,50,000. Here it's there, death cum gratuity. So again, less least of the following. Actual gratuity again, I will say received how much? 3,50,000. Since it is not covered under the Payment of Gratuity Act 1972, so off into average salary. Off into average salary. So we need to find out the average salary. I'll write it down. Calculation of average salary. Average salary. So here I'll write it as a basic salary, dearness allowance, commission, since they have given in the problem. What is the salary definition? We'll come back here. Salary definition, it says basic salary plus dearness pay plus dearness allowance if it enters into the retirement benefit plus commission based on the fixed percentage of the turnover achieved by an employee. This is basically the salary definition for an employee which is not covered under the Payment of Gratuity Act 1972. We go back to the problem. We'll see where is the salary here. 18,200 per month. So 10 months we need to calculate 18,200 per month into 10. We get around equals 1,82,000. Sorry, equals. I'll just write it down there. 1,82,000. Okay. 1,82,000. Next, dearness allowance. Dearness allowance, what they say, I'll go back to the problem. They say 1,000 per month as DA, 80% of which forms the part of salary for the purpose of computation of the retirement benefit. That means 1,000 out of the 1,000, how much? 80%. How we are going to calculate? We will say 1,000 into 80%, 80% equals, it comes around, I'll calculate here, 1,000 into 80%. It comes around 800. Comes around 800. This also I'll leave a space here. So it will be very clear. I'll open the bracket. 800 into 10. Into 10. Into 10. Okay. It comes around 8,000. 8,000. Okay. 8,000. 8,000. Next, commission. We go back to the problem again. We see the commission, how we are going to calculate. What it says, the purpose of the commission, and 6% commission, turnover achieved by him, total turnover achieved for the 10 months is 1,50,000. So 1,50,000, I'm going to take it here. 1,50,000. I'll go back here, minus 1,50,000 into 6%. Into 6%, I'll calculate 1,50,000 into 6%. It comes around 9,000. Comes around 9,000. So total, if I add all the three, 1,82,000 plus 8,000 plus 9,000. Salary is 1,99,000. Salary is 1,99,000. 1,99,000. Total salary for 10 months. 10 months is 1,99. 1,99,000. So 1,99,000. That means per month will be 9. Per month it will be. Per month it will be 19,900. 19,900. How I got? If I divide 1,99,000 divided by 10, 19,900. I'll close the bracket here. Into service period. Service period, I'll go back to the problem. For how many Months, how many years? 28 years and 8 months. So here, for not covered in the Payment of Gratuity Act, the months, fraction of months should be ignored. So we need to take only 28. So therefore, I calculate 19,900 into 28. How much we get? 5,57,200 divided by 2. We get around 2,78, 600. So maximum limit again will be 20 lakh. 20 lakh. Least of the following is 2 lakh 78 600. If I subtract by 3 lakh 50,000, I get 71,400 is the taxable gratuity. 1,400 is the taxable gratuity. In case Mr. Ganguly, if he is not covered in the Payment of Gratuity Act 1972, the taxable gratuity is 71,400. I hope so, children, you have understood. Okay. Thanks a lot, children, for watching my video. If there is any doubt, you can get back to me by mentioning that in the comment section so I can solve the problem. Okay. Thanks a lot. Thanks for watching the video.